Hi, everybody. Peter Lemos. We're here at Lingua Franca. One of the owners, along with my wife, Lauren. We also have wax paper in the neighborhood. But we're here in the very small kitchen of Lingua Franca today to talk about Matfer and how great everything they do is. Lingua Franca is a Frogtown restaurant. Obviously, we're located right along the LA River, which is synonymous with the neighborhood of Frogtown. But we're small, fiercely independent, and super creative. And I think that those are three things that really make the neighborhood what it is. So we're happy here. We love it here. I think a detail that guests never notice, perhaps, no, I really don't take people for granted. I think they really notice. People are really intuitive, and I think they really notice a lot. That's why Lauren and I are pretty thoughtful about everything that we do here and everything that, we put a lot of attention into it, because this is really like when we're spending, 18 hours a day here, this becomes like an extension of our house. So all the details are really here, but maybe guests don't realize the amount of time that it takes to operate a restaurant and to run a restaurant, but hopefully they can feel it when they come in. I want people to feel, when they leave the restaurant, I want people to feel happy, satisfied. Ultimately, I want them to feel like they've just experienced something that was a little bit different or a little bit unique. And I really want them to feel like they've been in sort of like a one-of-a-kind place that could really only exist here in Frogtown. I think just working in kitchens, there's like a certain level of kitchen that uses Matfer and appreciates it, needs it to execute. So I'm not saying that to be, I think everybody can use Matfer, but I think when you're talking about the finances of a restaurant, just working in fine dining restaurants where there was a lot of intention and effort put into a lot of the equipment was really where I first saw about it. Working in restaurants with like a dedicated pastry department, that you see a lot of. It's like everything is Matfer for sure, but that's where I learned about it. I think something that's underrated, maybe it's not an ingredient, but I think it's patience. If you're really passionate about restaurants, you're passionate about food. I know we have the world at our fingertips now and all these devices, but you cannot take away from just spending time working in restaurants, working the line, if you come into a restaurant and there's 4 stations, then that means you should ideally spend like a year at each station in the kitchen. If it's a kitchen that you really believe in, if you're really passionate about it, there's not a substitute for time. So I think spending time in your craft is highly underrated. There's just no substitute for it. There's no quick way to really get good at anything. You just have to put time into it. I think what keeps me excited about restaurants is very, very tough, the business, and it's going to take a lot of your time and a lot of investment. So you need to find joy, and for me, the creativity of it. If I could tell my 15-year-old self that one day you're going to have an entire restaurant and a whole kitchen basically designed by you and built for you, then that's pretty incredible. Like I don't take that for granted. And I think what keeps me excited about restaurants is the creativity. And then what keeps me excited too, it's a crazy world, but seeing how other small independent businesses adapt and their styles of service and their styles. I think, there used to be 2 kinds of restaurants in the past. There was like a takeaway restaurant and there was a restaurant for here. And now the types of restaurants that are in the world are incredible. There's one-man show restaurants where there's one person doing everything. And then there's also, huge restaurants, and it's like a whole experience when you go, and its breadth of restaurants is bigger than ever. So that keeps me excited, but I like seeing what other people are doing.